Hi and welcome to Shop RJ Pasini for great deals. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is July 10th, 2019. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you like the content and you come back for more. Today I want to talk about designing your own t-shirts and using a basic, simple program that I'm sure a lot of you guys have on your computers. I know I'm using right now Windows 10, and I'm using the version of MS Paint. Now, I've been looking at software packages where I used to have one back in the day when I had the old operating system, Windows XP. I had a thing called Haynes T-Shirt Maker. But they still have, I think they still have it, but they want you to buy it. I think it's like $29 or whatever. And I don't want to spend any additional money if I don't have to, right? You know me. If you don't know, for the new subscribers, I consider myself a frugal entrepreneur. Anything I can get for free works for me, right? That should be a slogan. Anything that works for free works for me. Anyway, yeah. So I've been going high and low. I mean, I wanted to get this video out early. It's like a little after 3 p.m. over here in the East Coast of New York. I've been spending over an hour and a half basically looking for programs where I could, create my own t-shirt design. Now, a lot of people say, well, that's very basic. You don't have to get a t-shirt design software package. You could just do it like I'm talking about now with MS Paint. I'm sorry. And the only problem I was having, because like I said, I'm not that proficient in that area, which I'm not ashamed to admit. I'm not a know-it-all. I don't know everything. But when I do find out things, and I'm going to share it with you guys out there. So that's why I really encourage people to subscribe to my channel and, keep coming back every now and then to check and see what I have to offer when I do post new videos out. But anyway, I've been looking high and low on it. I've been doing Google searches on, free t-shirt design software, templates, and so on and so forth. The problem I was having was that, and it's a simple thing, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to walk you through it with Microsoft Paint. Is the flip the words around, because first off, I went to on YouTube. There was a person who was saying how you could make your own t-shirt design using Canva. But here's the problem, folks. Canva is a great program. I love it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be changing my my YouTube banner again, and that's the software I use. But the person that was explaining, and they did a great job. Don't get me wrong. But when they were talking about designing it, they showed you how to, put the graphics in there and so on, so your text and so on. That's very basic and elementary, right? But the thing is, I thought with Canva, she was going to show the most important thing with t-shirt design, folks, is the reversing of it, the flip, flip horizontal, whatever, flip vertical, whatever. That's the thing. She was just showing it and as a normal template. In other words, all the words and stuff like that. But what she didn't show is, to reverse everything, to reverse the image and the whole, the text and everything. But that's the most important thing. Now I have HP. I have an all-in-one printer, color printer, and I use that HP to print out my, invoices. I like to print out color brochures and stuff like that if I'm going to throw it in there when I sell an item or whatever. Or I just use it in general to print out all my warning labels and first class labels and so on and so forth. But I also have, I bought a pack, I was just looking the other day, I have a pack of heat ion-on transfers. And that's the most important thing with designing. Now, here's the thing, I will say this. If you're going to use this here, it's very simple to use, but my take is on it. If you're going to do it, get good, crisp images when you're doing it, because I'm going to show you with the MS Paint, the more you expand it, it loses its quality. You know what I'm saying? The image quality gets a little distorted. So if you're going to do anything like that, if you're going to get some free images, make sure you get good, crisp, clean images, nice and dark and sharp, because the more you expand it, the more the resolution you take away from it, the picture gets a little distorted. But for all intents and purposes, I'm just going to show you a basic stuff on there. But the problem, what she was talking about, so getting back to the woman that was showing about using Canva to create your T-shirt, she takes you to another website where you have to sign up, and basically what that is what she was showing you is after you make your design, to send it off to a company to print your T-shirts up. Now, I like to do everything cheap as possible. Okay. I made my own T-shirt once before. It was, it was called Built Right PCs. I still have a little copy of it there, the T-shirt. I still wear it every now and then. But the thing is, I bought that software a long time ago. That was done with the Hanes T-shirt design program. And the things with the thing with that is when you did, after you did your design, it would revert when you get ready to print out on a heat transfer. It would reverse the images, and that was the most important thing about that there. That's the most important thing with this, but that's what this girl was showing, and it's good information. Don't get me wrong, it's great information. But the thing is, she'll send you to, it's like, I'm trying to think of that one. What's that service they use to print out your T-shirts? Oh, geez, I can't think of it offhand. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Cafe Press or whatever. It's one of them. Teespring, I think, is another one. After you design it, you send it off to them. You pay. You can make your own, and have them run T-shirts off you. Now, if I'm going to do this on a full-time, I'm saying if I'm going to do this on a continuous basis, where I'm going to start selling T-shirts on YouTube or my own website, then I have to do it that way, because to sit there, I'm not saying I'm going to get inundated with a lot of orders coming in, but let's just say there's people that want, let's say 5 or 10 of them. I'm not going to want to sit there. I don't mind printing up the sheets, but sitting there ironing them out, because I use the an iron, old-fashioned iron, it's a heavy iron. But that's what you want to do. It's a lot of work too, kind of, and you want to make sure everything is going to look professional. You want it to come out right, But I've done it before, and I had something I did like 10, 15 years ago, and the thing is still crisp and still shows up good. The image is excellent on it. But I use the HP, excuse me, the HP ion-on transfers. You can still buy them today. Sorry, folks, about that there. A little dry over here. That's why I always got to keep a little cup of water with me. Okay, so anyway, let me show you the MS Paint, how I did it, how I'm going to be doing it. And it's basically, it's just for you guys out there, if you want to create a T-shirt for you to go sporting around. Let's say you're at a store or whatever you want to advertise. It's a cheap way of doing it. You get yourself a T-shirt. You could go like to the thrift store. Sometimes when they're running sales over there, 50% off, whatever. You could probably get a T-shirt there for like maybe $2 or whatever. If you want to try it out, if you want to test it out. And if you do have a color print, it doesn't have to be an HP printer, but I think HP is the one that made it, the ion-on transfers. You could buy, I guess, any type of brand that would work, that would work with it. And get yourself, a cheap T-shirt, whatever. Try it out, and do it good. Put some time, put a little emphasis in it, because you are sporting your company name or your branding, right? You're trying to brand your own name, so you want to make it look good. And you try it out. Once I get set up with this here, I will do a full demo on and show you how it actually works. I have to go buy a T-shirt though. I don't really T-shirts to use it with. But yeah, it's pretty cut and dry, and I'm using it on a white background. The only thing is, if you want to get an idea of it, you could change the background. But it's a simple format, and it's cheap. The only thing that will cost you money is to buy the packet of heat-on transfer. The heat transfers. That's the only thing will be a cost to you. But again, it doesn't hurt to try it out. And if you don't like the way it comes out, then you're stuck with the ion transfers. But I think you guys would like it, But anyway, let me get right to it. All right, let me go show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to bump out of the screen, and I'm going to take it over to MS Paint. Okay, here we are, folks. We're at MS Paint. Very blank canvas over here. You can see here there's nothing on it. What I'm going to do is going to try to walk you through it. I even had to write instructions out, because even myself, I was getting a little baffled with those. Like I said, the only thing that was throwing me off was the how to reverse the words. I didn't know. Like I said, I haven't done Paint in a while, but it took a little time. But like I said, at least I got it. I got the basics on it, so I'm going to share the basics with you guys as well. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up a new window, of course, which I did, and you're going to go to let me see if I can get this here now. I'm going through this again here. Let's go to Paste. All right, let's click on Paste. That's what I hear. Go to Paste. You go to File, Paste. And there you're going to paste from, you're going to go, get a design from there. So let's see if I can open up here. My computer is slow. Oh, there we go. I'm going to use just one of these things here, for example. I'm going to try, I don't know. Let's try this one here with the YouTube thing. This is just for all intents and purposes. It's just to show you what it's, just to give you an idea. All right. Now, here's the thing. When you get this here, you can move it around. Now, here's the thing when it comes to getting ready to print the page setup. because a little format to setting it up, okay? So I'm going to share that with you guys. Now, this picture looks pretty decent, okay? But you got to always remember, when you start stretching things out, in some cases, depending on how the picture was shot, it could lose quality. You know what I'm saying? The bigger it is, the more it's getting elongated, whatever, and it's going to start losing its resolution. But for all intents and purposes, we're going to keep it, basic, like, we're going to keep it big. You're going to have to play around with it, folks. Let's put it that way, okay? So let's just keep it like this for time being. This is just to help, this is just a quick overview. All right, so and you know what? If you don't want to take notes down, I had to, because like I said, I might forget. You could just replay the video over again. All right, remember, this is done in MS Paint, okay, Microsoft Paint. Okay, so what you're going to do is you move it where you want, basically. And now, if you go too much this way or too much that way, when you do the reverse, well, this is only if you reverse it the first time. If you play around with it, what you want to do is right to boot. Keep it where it is now, okay? I'm not going to show you the other part because that'll confuse you. So I'm going to just show you how I would do it, okay? This is how we're going to keep it. We're going to keep the format straight and forward, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to, I guess, pull it down a little more. Let's say you want the image to be a little bigger, all right? Now, basically, it's going to be like on an 8.5 and 11, 8.5 by 11. Okay, that's the sheet. Pretend this is 8.5 by 11 here, because that's basically what you want. All right, unless you're going to do something really big and bold, then you're going to send it out to a professional T-shirt design guy. All right, so what you're going to do is try to keep the margins and everything set up here. You got to try to keep the space, equal and stuff. And now you're going to go to the text box right up here. So it says text. Well, it says the A. That's the text box. You're going to go in there and you're going to position it wherever you want, like that. And you're going to type in your thing. I'm going to keep everything all capitalized here for argument's sake. And I'm just going to put over here Shop RJ Pasini for great deals. Oh, let's put a little space there. Thank you. For great deals. All right. And we'll put the little exclamation point. Okay, so now you want this to be a little bigger. You could leave it that way if you like, but I'm going to make it a little bigger. So I'm going to hit the arrow over here, pull down menu, make it at maybe 28. Oh, you first got to do this first. Sorry, guys. Okay, you're going to do that, and you're going to do this here. Now, when you reposition this here, just close this up a little here. All right, and you got once you get the thing here, you can move it. Hopefully, there we go. All right, so let's keep it like that for time being. If you want to add something there, you could always add another text box. You could put something below, whatever, But for now, like I said, for all intents and purposes, we're going to keep it like this, basic. Very cut and dry, folks. I mean, you couldn't get this more simplified. Okay, so now what you're going to do is, now people say, yeah, okay, this is what the girl was showing when she was showing you how to create it in Canva. But here was the problem. She only showed you this here. She took you to another window, another website, after she showed you how she designed it in Canva, she took you to another place, a website, where after you create it, then you're going to submit your design and you're going to pay for it. Okay, I don't want to pay for anything right now. I want to try to do everything by myself right now. I know people say, yeah, but you're going to spend money on the ion transfers. Well, yeah, I mean, listen, I'll spend the money on ion transfers, and who knows? I might make a couple T-shirts and sell them like that. It depends how the first one comes out. But when that time comes, I'm going to do an updated video, and I'm going to show you from right from start to finish how I did it, and you're gonna see me do it in live. I'm going to do it live. I'm going to set my video camera up, and I'm going to show you how it's done from soup to nuts. And we'll see. We're both going to experiment. We'll see how good this comes out. All right. Anyway, so we got this here. Okay, you got your image, you got your wording here. You're going to put whatever else you want to put in there. Like I said, try to keep it evenly spaced, Again, just make sure you got it all spaced out properly, whatever. You could play around with this, folks. You could do your own thing, okay? You could do your own thing with this here. Now, here's the thing. After you do this here, you're going to go over here. Let's click over here. You see over here where it says rotate? Okay. You're going to go to that window, right? And you're going to go over here, and you're going to go to this pull down menu. Now, if you print this out, this is going to come out. It's not going to look good. All right, you got to rotate it. You're going to flip it horizontal like this. You see here, because when it prints out on a transfer, and you put it on your T-shirt, that's how it's going to. Then it'll be normal. So this is how it's going to be. Now, when you do it this way, my suggestion is, and also save it just in case you want to use it for later on in the future. Go to PNG because you want it to be transparent. Okay, you want it to be like that. If I'm not mistaken, you want it to be transparent, I believe. you know, because you want the background to show out with nothing on it, right? So you're going to do it that way, and then you're going to do it whatever you want to call it. We're just going to say Untitled for now. I'm going to leave it like that because I've been playing around with it before. All right, let's just go here. Untitled. I don't know. I'll just put today's date here. Let's say that. Space 7/10/2019, and we'll save it that way. Okay. So now after you save it that way, you're going to print it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to File. We're going to scroll down to Print. We're going to go to Print Preview. And I'm going to show you the setup really quick here. You're going to go to Page Setup. And I already have everything already set up here. I'm not going to do it again because it's only going to mess things up. My computer's been acting crazy. This is how I have it set up. When you go to the Page Setup, first you go to Print Preview, then you go to Page Setup. You're going to keep it at Portrait, and you're going to change the right to 8. Okay, you're going to leave all these settings the same here, because when you click OK over here, that's how it's going to look. And when you're ready to print, then you just hit your print button here, and you're all good to go. All right. But this is how it's going to be. You're going to have to play around with it, folks, for a while. Okay, like I said, you're going to, and if you trying to get good quality images, if you got your own images in there, you should be good to go. Okay. Like I said, I've been spending like an hour and a half trying to see what was out there, what kind of programs you could use out there, what's free. And to be honest with you, you know the Adobe Illustrator. People say they always type in free Adobe Illustrator download. And I went through that there. I was trying to do that as well. There's another one called GIMP. I'm not too familiar with that one there. I never really used it. I have it downloaded on my system. I'm thinking of removing it because I don't really use it that much. You know, for me, it's, I don't know. I don't really care for it per se. I'm sure it's good by other people using it. You know, I'm sure they have good, experience with it, but not for me. But, yeah. And anyway, someone had written in there that Adobe Illustrator is not for free. There's no free download. According to what I was reading up on, I did a Google search on it. There's no free Adobe Illustrator. Now, if there is, if you guys want to share it with us, you drop a link in there, that'd be great. But I looked high and low, I couldn't find it. And that's the other thing too. When you are printing out the transfers, make sure, test it on paper first. You know, what you could do is just, if you're not sure, put like a little X on it, stuff like that, run it through your printer first prior to doing it, because you could be wasting it if it doesn't come out right. You know, you don't want to waste your ion on transfers. And play around with it. Make sure, you know, when you're feeding it in there, you know it's going to go, you know, because there's a certain way to do it, because, you know, it's a one-shot deal, basically. Once you screw it up, you screw it up. It's one thing if you actually print on the opposite side where it's not the ion transfer, that's not too bad. But the thing is, when you're running your iron on it, well, you could put a sheet over it. I think the kit I had the last time, they give you like a type of thin cardboard type of thing. But it's thin though, so you don't burn, you know, I guess you don't burn the shirt or the transfer, whatever. And it'll show you how to do it on there. All right, and I'm going to share that with you guys. So when that time comes, when I do that tutorial on it, I'm going to go step by step, and I'm going to show you how it works. But anyway, guys, listen, let you go. I just want to say really quick, thank you so much for the new subscribers who subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate you checking out my videos. And if you want to get an idea a little more about me, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated as to when I post new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. But anyway, have a great day, guys. My name is Rich Pasini. Until next time, bye-bye now.